We need to go somewhere and do something. Don't remember what. Wait, can I take over him now? I can! Maybe he's the one I take up. Wait, no. We already took him over. Wait, well... Let's see. Well, I don't remember what I was doing. We have to take over somebody and do things. Oh yeah, she got released. Okay, yeah, we're supposed to start the day and get everybody together, and we're all going to go down in teams and stuff. But we need to talk to some people, like Mercurio wants to talk to Gwen and say, hey, you're one lucky gal. You can thank Sue for your newfound freedom. Yeah, Ferdinand told me how she got the truth out, so that's it. Considering everything you've done, you don't seem very guilty. Oh geez, we got things to pick. Let's pick the things. I'm more worried about what's going to happen now. I'm sorry that I had to put you through that, but I had good reasons. Yeah, let's try that one. What kind of reasons can justify framing an innocent person? And after everything we talked about, I just don't understand. Oh, I can't think for anything for us to talk about. Oh yeah, this is where you can look at spills and stuff. But we can also take over Gwen, and I'm sure everybody's going to want to say something to her. We can't fully take her over, no. Alright, Gwenny Poo-Poo. No, we want to talk to Alton. I told you I was innocent. Yeah, I'm sorry I doubted you. It's just all the others seemed convinced. I didn't know what to think. Who was it that was so convinced? Well, the staff, mostly. Mercurio and Ferdinand especially. Sue, too. Gar seemed convinced at first, but I guess he had a change of heart. It's okay, I understand. Thanks for understanding. I'm just glad the truth came out. Oh, we can keep talking? The killer is still around, and they tried to frame me. Yeah. But maybe now that you're clear of guilt, we'll be able to find out who's really behind this, right? You know what? You may be right, friend. But let's see what everybody has to say to Gwen. Thanks for the help. Sarcasm. I get it. I may not have been very supportive, but I don't think you were guilty. But without evidence... if enough of you had spoke up, it might have happened. It might have helped. Maybe. Some people were pretty invested in the story of your guilt. I wonder what would happen if it came down to a protest. You didn't even try. You're probably right about that. I'm sorry, Gwen. It's strange, though, isn't it? Up to this point, there's been no concrete evidence left behind of the captain's or Donovan's disappearances. That would take great diligence and forethought. But the evidence used to frame you was very incomplete. What are you trying to say? Think about it. The murderer would have access to something much more incriminating. But someone deliberately chose the key, a deeply flawed piece of evidence. It's as if they didn't care, or they even expected this to happen. I don't completely understand it, but I don't like it. So, the killer may have wanted Gwen to get free. The real killer is still around. Well, someone has been handing out bribes to the two staff. Or, by staff, I mean Mercurio and I. I don't know if it's gone any farther than the two of us. Bribes? From who? I don't know. It was all very anonymous. Notes left at random, discreet places. I never figured out who it was. I'm not sure I wanted to know. What were the bribes for? For my part, I guess you could say I held on to things. Recently, I was told to take the captain's master key from the pilot house. I knew it was the captain's, not mine, but it was just lying there. It seemed innocent enough. That was not long after the captain had disappeared. I need to get a drink real quick. My throat's all... rawr. Alright. Today may not have been the best day to record. My throat's feeling scratchy. That's not good. Alright, so you never really thought I was guilty, did you? No, you're right. I knew the key in your room wasn't the same one as the one Donovan had. Donovan's master key had this angry skull design. Yours was different. So why didn't you say something? I'm sorry, I was scared of what would happen. I should have stepped forward much sooner. Why did Donovan have the master key again? Well, sort of a long story. He said he was here on a search for a serial killer, if you can believe that. He needed the key to search for the captain. And to think I was suspicious of him. It's okay, well, I can certainly see why you would be suspicious of him. He seemed to rub everyone the wrong way. Yeah, and Ferdinand was especially worried about him, actually. Is that right? I don't recall him saying anything like that to me. If anything, he was always had the same oblivious, optimistic outlook on everyone. Strange. You are Mercurio, and you've got that music that goes boom, 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 boom. You planted the key in my room. Yeah, told you as much to your face. Thinking back on that, not one of my best ideas. You were just gonna let me take the fall. Only until we docked. Nothing would have actually happened to you. Why aren't you the one tied up on the observation room right now? It wouldn't accomplish anything. All I did was follow orders, and I wasn't the only one getting them. If anything, after all this, I'm more likely to be the next one gone missing. Why? What are you getting out of it? Money. Now that Sue's gone and exposed everything, though, who knows? Killer is still around? If you're asking me to help you investigate, the answer's no. I'm not interested in taking a swim. You don't have any ideas who it is? Whoever it is, they're good at being discreet. Donovan had free reign of the ship, could have snuck into any of our rooms and searched anything, and still someone got the jump on him. To catch someone like this, you'd have to be monitoring the ship all the time. Now if we had security camera footage, that'd make all this pretty straightforward, huh? You're a coward. I'm a pragmatist. Words I can't read. Because words. Hey, Quella. Thank you for believing in me. Of course, there was no question about it. So many others thought I was suspicious. Why didn't you? I could just tell when I talked to you. I knew you weren't the kind to hurt anybody. It's as simple as that. Be careful, Quella. The killer's still out there. Thanks, I will. After everything has happened, it's hard to see how a good outcome is possible. But I try to have faith. Faith? I don't know. I try to remind myself this world is good. People are good. Somehow it'll work out, even if it takes a miracle. I don't believe in miracles. That's fair. There's probably no such thing. It's silly, but I like to think that there's someone watching out for us. How are you holding up? About as well as I could hope, thanks. I'm just glad you're in the clear now. So we have to talk to Garv and Ferdinand. Oh, hello, miss. How are you doing now? I hope you are feeling okay. Have I mentioned how sorry I am for tying you up in the observation room and calling you a murderer? If not, well, I'm sorry for tying you up in the observation room and calling you a murderer. Why'd you release me again? As it turns out, one of the staff planted the key in your room, right under my nose. The reasons for doing so? Even worse, bribery, right under my nose. You can only imagine how embarrassed I am for this to have occurred right under my supervision. So who's the murderer then? Well, actually I have no idea. No, wait, that's not true. I'm reasonably sure it wasn't you, so hey, process of elimination and all that. Yay, good to know that one person is not the murderer. We don't have a murderer, and we need to find them. There's the cat, and there's Garv, but the first thing I want to do is I want to check out her room. Oh, why is the axe there now? The axe wasn't there before. Okay, never mind. The killer is still around, and they tried to frame me. Yeah, though thankfully we're not successful. I suppose the plan was to slip away once the boat landed while everyone was focused on you. Their options will be much more limited now. Do you have any idea where to look for evidence? I'm not sure. The staff may not be very trustworthy, but if there was concrete evidence, I think they would have found it. But there may still be circumstantial evidence. How can there be no concrete evidence? How do criminals dispose of evidence? Throw it into the river. As it just so happens, we are completely surrounded by ocean. It would be trivial to throw away any item that could be traced back to the culprit. What do you mean by circumstantial evidence? Evidence based off circumstance, rather than material properties. For example, I hear that Donovan took the master key because he was looking for the captain. If he was targeted because of this, anyone who had prior knowledge of these facts would be suspect. I wonder who might have known Donovan was looking for the captain before he disappeared. Good question. Alright, so... Oh, and everybody can talk to Gwen. Glad to see your innocence has been proven. Thanks. I just wish I understood more about all of this. Proving your innocence is just the first step. You think we'll still find the killer, who the killer is after all this? I wish I was as optimistic as you are. Listen to your intuition. I feel like I have, and it's just gotten me in trouble. Though, I guess it's possible I wasn't completely wrong, just misguided. I have a lot to think about. I should have done this when I was talking to people, but I didn't think about it because I'm a silly head. Should have had them talk to her. No, Ferdinand, where are you running to, bro? Is everything in the ship to your liking, miss? Well, considering I was just tied up in the observation room all day, I have to say no. Not everything has been to my liking. Duly noted, your feedback is very important to us. By the tone of your voice, I can tell it really is. Yes, I see. Any suggestions for how we can improve our service? Maybe next time it'd be great if staff weren't trying to frame the passengers for murder. Why hasn't anyone been fired yet? Are you going to just let that go? Well, the captain is the one that handles personnel matters. But the captain is... So, you know what? Forget it. Duly noted, your feedback is very important to us. I'm just going in circles here, aren't I? Yes. Yes, you are. Quella, come back! I knew you were innocent. Restraining you was absurd. Thank you for believing in me. Mercurio knew I was innocent, but he said the way I acted made me suspicious. Don't listen to that. It had nothing to do with you. Yeah, I guess you're right. It sounded like he's still fighting some of the demons of his own. Is that why you think you were framed? I don't know. Maybe it's just a reflection of me, but the circumstances. I was just caught in the middle of something larger than myself. How are you holding up? Is everything okay? I don't really get it. I'm just a stranger to you. Why do you seem to care so much? I don't know if I have a reason. Do I need one? I guess not. It never occurred to me that someone wouldn't need a reason. Normally when people are nice to me, I distrust them because of that. Is that strange? It's not strange, if that's how you've been taught to think. I guess you're right. Maybe it's something I just have to unlearn. There's probably a lot I'll have to unlearn. So we need to talk to Alton, Sue, and Daryl. I'm glad you were cleared. Thanks. You don't sound very glad, though. You're still off the hook, but our situation is still bad. You're right. Mercurio planted the key in my room, but Sue said he was bribed. So that would mean someone else was behind it. Sounds like you were on the case. I don't know. I think I have some of the pieces, but everything seems to revolve around that master key. I doubt that's where the bribes end. I wonder about that. If multiple people have been involved from the beginning, it'd be hard to see the whole picture. Each person's just a part of the machine, never seeing the end result. I wonder if Donovan found anything that could have tied it all together. And so now we need to talk to Sue and Alton. Suey friend. Hey, so how's it going? Her name's Gwen? Gwen. Save it. Ferdinand filled me in on your part of all this. I was the one who got Mercurio to spill, and you got freed. That's worth something, I guess. Thank you. You owe me some answers, though. Well, you sure are a lot more talkative now, I see. There's a lot more to say. The captain, Donovan, that child, someone has to talk for them. Good idea, Gwen. You are pissed off and ready to talk. With blah 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 blah. Hey, Alton, get your ass back over here. So how are you doing now? You know, I'm doing okay. I have a lot to think about. Sorry about everything. It's okay, Alton. None of this was your fault. How was it, though? The observation room, I mean. Did you like the music? God damn it, Alton. That was the last thing I mean, yes. It was really great. So I think that was everybody. So now we need to... Let's see if we can... I don't think we really have anybody else that needs to talk to anybody about anything. We should be good to go to get to the next part. So we need to take over Sue and go talk to Ferdinand, I think. And then we can move on to the next day. Well, hello there. How is the diner? As the first mate of this fine vessel, it is my duty to help the staff in any way. If you have need any of my assistance, let me know. Post haste. Oh wait. Weren't we supposed to... I thought I was supposed to... What? Maybe was I supposed to talk with him with Mercurio? We need to talk to him with Mercurio to go to the next part. Our Sue needs to move. Move. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to go as Ferdinand? Okay, let me save it real quick. Because I thought we were supposed to talk to... Unless I'm missing something. Do I make an announcement? Okay. What are we supposed to... I thought we were supposed to take over... Oh, I'm supposed to fully take her over. Oh, now I can talk to more people. Oh, jeez. What should we do now? Well, thanks to you, I guess we follow Ferdinand into who knows where. I hope you're happy with yourself. What's the problem with that? What's your problem? My problem is that you're making it my problem. I don't want to have anything to do with this. But do you even know at this point what you're looking for or why? I'm looking for the truth, that's all. The truth is overrated. The truth doesn't solve problems, it just creates more of them. There are some things I'm better off not knowing. It's never too late. It's too late now. Deal with it. I will. Just be careful. We don't know what's going to happen. Oh, geez, now we can still keep talking. No! No, I don't want to keep talking. Did you know that the key they found wasn't the key Donovan had? Wait, it wasn't? Then whose key is it? And why do people think I took it from Donovan then? How do you know it was a different key? Only certain people know it's a different key. I think you're being framed. If what you say is true, then someone is definitely trying to frame me. Please, I don't know how, but you have to prove it. Oh wait, did we say that already? I see Donovan's key. It looked older and has an angry skull design on it. The angry skull design? That sounds familiar. I think I saw that key, though I don't realize that's what it was at the time. Wait, didn't we say all this already? What do you think happened to Donovan and Paolo? I don't have any idea. If I knew anything about it, I would tell you. Like I said, I didn't even find that they were missing until this morning. Then I was brought here, and then when I heard Donovan was gone, I was more shocked than anyone. What? I thought he was after me. You could just sense his anger. He seems like he's incredibly angry all the time. It was as if he was looking for something or someone. I guess he reminded me of someone I know. Okay, so this is new stuff, maybe? Other people were suspicious of him too. Yeah, well, the first mate suspected him at least. Come to think of it, he suspected Donovan a lot. He was looking for the captain. Wait, really? He was looking for the captain? But I thought she was dead. Donovan thought the captain was alive on the ship. He thought there was a serial killer that had kidnapped her. What? I never heard anything about this before. So he was after the serial killer? Was that why we had all these cameras or something? You seem really paranoid. Maybe you would be too if you were me. The killer must have known Donovan had the master key, if you're right. I wish I could go back. Can you tell me anything about the captain? Wait, I think now this is what we really did go through, okay. I was completely wrong about Donovan. Not only was he just searching for the captain, but someone else on the ship may be a serial killer. And I even broke into, well, maybe this is karma. That key's just now being used to frame me. Wait a second, there's one other person who knew at the time that Donovan had the key. And they knew because I told them. It would be Ferdinand. But when we come back, we will keep going. And because all we did was talk, but we got Gwen to talk to everybody, and things were done. So when we come back, we will keep going, and we'll actually continue on with the next part of the day. Till then, y'all take care. Of course, have a good one.